Hello, this is my first YouTube video that I'm going to be uploading to my channel. And for this video, I just wanted to walk through what I expect the channel to look like, as well as why I'm doing this generally and specifically. Yeah, I don't have a really clear-cut idea of what I want this channel to be, but I want it to be fairly honest and organic. Or maybe that's just a cover for saying that I don't want to edit many of my videos, at least early on, and I want to try to do things in one take and on one try so that it can be more real, I suppose. But we'll see how that goes. I also want these videos to be relatively short, definitely under 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I know that setting a goal for time is probably good, otherwise I can really ramble. So I don't want to edit these videos because I'm lazy, and I know that if this becomes something where any content that I create or any of these videos that I film need to be edited meticulously, I'm going to stop doing it pretty quick. Unless this takes over something that I really care about. But I also want to try to make something that's a little less manicured than I think I typically see online or read about in books. Not that manicuring is necessarily bad. A lot of my favorite YouTubers have, actually any good YouTuber has very well edited videos. And that's really important in getting things concise and to the point that they want to make, and in making their point well. But that's not necessarily what I want to be doing at the point of these videos. So generally why I'm doing this is I want a creative outlet. It's been building for a while, this desire for some sort of creativity. I think this is the best way to start because it's very accessible, but I don't think making videos in and of themselves is what I want the creativity to be. It might be journaling or reflections, it might be singing or instruments, ideas or politics, but yeah, I want some way to be creative, somewhere to channel that into, and I know that starting is the hardest part, and once I get a start and get a little bit more used to it and can make it a little bit more of a habit or block out some time for it, it'll actually start to happen. But specifically, what has been triggering this is yeah, like why am I making this right now? There's been two big influences. One is Chappell Roan. I've been listening to her music for the first time like more thoroughly in this past week or 2 weeks, and I've just felt this real envy and jealousy about what she can make, her ability as an artist, and her maybe her fame also. I think that is a really big part of it. Being able to see someone put out work that they're clearly passionate about and that they love and that is creative, and have it be so widely recognized for what it is, and just to receive that validation is very enviable, and I've been gravitating towards that a lot lately. She just looks like she really enjoys what she does, like she really cares, and that the passion really shines through, and it seems like she really is a proper artist, even if she is pop, and that often has connotations of superficial music, maybe. I feel like her personality really shines through whatever she does, and I'm just so jealous, and I just feel like I'm missing out on something, and yeah, I want the same thing that I think any person of influence or aspiring influencer or famous person or aspiring famous person wants, which is just recognition and validation, which is hard to admit and to deal with, because I think it's also pretty widely recognized that that's not a great motivation to act. But whatever the case, the other person is, well, I guess there's actually three. The Feminine Mystique has also been an influence for me, in that the author, who I'm forgetting the name of, has just a really excellent deep dive into borrowing from Maslow into like self-actualization and fulfillment. She dives deep into what that looks like for women and how the feminine mystique of the 40s, 50s, and 60s was failing women, and just what it means. And it was sort of a powerful read for me to see such well-articulated examples of identity and purpose and like the importance of creativity and of doing something of value. And the last one is this book that I'm currently reading, called Trick Mirror by Gia Tolentino. She, in her first chapter, talks about the influence the internet has had on us, and this weird phenomenon that is created of just putting your thoughts out there and just having a presence on the internet that is defined by action, by what you create, by what you choose to show, by how you choose to present yourself, as compared to normal everyday life, where you don't necessarily have to be doing anything to be seen. You can just exist in normal everyday life, whereas that's not exactly the same on the internet. You have to actually be doing something. And there's nothing in her writing that actually endorses seeking out the influencer life, which I feel actually kind of an ick, thinking that I'm doing this to become an influencer. Yeah, the whole idea of saying it actually turns me off. But she doesn't endorse that at all. I think it's more so that she gives words to the internet as a social platform and how it has impacted us in the way that we see each other and that we see sociality, that's a word, and that we see ourselves. And it's just made me think a lot about an online presence and what that looks like, especially considering I've basically never had an online presence. I never used Facebook, never used Twitter. I had an Instagram in high school, but I pretty quickly realized that it, like Snapchat, it made me more unhappy and jealous and insecure than anything else, so I was able to get rid of it pretty early on. Now I'm getting back into it, particularly as I'm looking for to be more sexually active and more involved in romantic relationships. I kind of understand the importance of having some presence online and how that is a great way to meet people. But yeah, that's been the real motives here, and we'll see how it goes. I'm excited for the creativity part of things and of pushing myself and of trying something that would have been unthinkable not that many years ago, especially in high school, given that I'm a fairly insecure person, and this sort of thing does make me pretty nervous. But I'm a little worried about the ways that I can already feel this pushing me to be a more vain person and a more image-focused and worried person. So, yeah, we'll see.